Welcome to another Fast Tips video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, we're going to talk about Append Queries, how to quickly add imported records to your customer table in Microsoft Access. And it works for any other table too, customers, orders, products, whatever. Okay, so here's the situation. You got your database, right? You've been building along with me. You got your customers in here. You got your customer table, okay? But let's say you get a new list of customers from the main office, from your marketing people, you buy leads online, whatever. You get an Excel sheet that you have to import into your database and get these people into your customer table. And here's what it looks like right here. Okay, let's say they send you an Excel sheet just like this, and you got to get this data into here. How do you do that? Well, the first thing we're going to do is import this Excel data as a temporary table in our database. That's how I like to do it. And I've got it saved on my desktop as append.xlsx. All right, so I'm just going to close this. And I'm going to close this down. Now, if you don't know how to import data from Excel, go watch my import data video. I'm going to walk through the steps real quick again, but go watch this if you want to learn more about importing data. I'll put a link down below you can click on. Now, you don't have to import data into your database. If you already have another table in here that's got the stuff you want, all right, you can skip the import step. But I want to get that Excel data into my database. Okay, so I'm going to go to External Data, Import New Data Source from File, Excel. Where is it? Let's click Browse. It's on my desktop. There's my file right there, Append. Hit Open. We're going to import the source data into a new table in the current database. Okay, hit OK. There's my data. Now, the first row does contain column headings, so check that box. Next. Now, you can go through and edit all these field names if you want to. If this is going to be a regular thing that you're going to do on a daily basis or whenever, yeah, sure, go through and make this all perfect. For now, I'm just going to treat this as a one-time import. I'm just going to hit Next. Now, you can have Access add a primary key for you, but again, I'm not going to be keeping this data, so I'm just going to hit No Primary Key. Don't worry about it right now. We just want to pull this data into our customer table, which already has a primary key. Next. And then we're going to import the table. Sheet 1 is fine. Again, it's only temporary. Hit Finish. This database apparently already has a Sheet 1, probably from a previous import. That's okay. I'll just say yes to overwrite it. Okay. If you want to save these steps, go ahead. I'm not going to bother. I'll hit Close. All right, so here's my Sheet 1. That's got my data in it. There it is. Okay. Now I'm going to take this stuff and put it into my customer table. Now, sure, if you have a small amount of data and your fields line up exactly right, you can copy and paste these. All right, only for a small set of data, and your fields have to be exactly the same going across. All right, but if it's not, that's the beauty of an append query. You can set up the fields to go exactly where you want them to go. So close this, and let's go to create our append query. Create, query design. First, we're going to pick the table that has the data in it that we want to copy, the source table. All right, that's Sheet 1. That's where we're getting our data from. Okay. Then we're going to turn this into an append query by changing the query type, and we're going to pick what table is the destination table. Where are the records going to? That's our customer table. All right, hit OK. Now we can close Add Tables. Now what we're going to do is, I don't recommend using the star, especially when you're first getting started. There's a couple of different problems and issues that can come up if you use the star. But we're just going to bring these fields in one at a time and match them up with the corresponding fields in the destination table. So first name, double click. Now down here where it says Append to, drop that down and pick the first name field in our customer table. Guess what? It's right there. Now if these names matched up exactly, as you'll see with address and city and state in a minute, then Access guesses them correctly. Watch. So last name, we got to pick last name. Okay, address, it got address, city, state, and then email is slightly different. It's just email in this table, right? Okay. See how we picked the fields over here that we wanted, put them down here. That's where the fields are going to go into. If you want to set a criteria down here, you can. If you don't know about Access Query criteria, go watch this video. I'll put a link down below you can click on. But let's say you wanted to only bring in records from New York. You come down here to the criteria row and put a New York in there. Okay, and now when you run this, it will only append records from New York. All right, but I'm going to get rid of that because I want all of them for this first run. All right, let's save this query. We'll call it customer append Q. Press enter. Notice how that append queries have a little bit different symbol over here, right? Now you can either run this guy right from here, or you can close this and then run it from here by double clicking on it. That's the beauty of an append query or any action query, is you can set this up and then save it. So you don't have to repeat these steps in the future if you get another table, if you get more leads you have to import, for example. Okay, so I'm going to run this guy by double clicking on it. And nothing appears to happen unless you get a warning message. You might see this warning message. You are about to run an append query that will modify the data in your table. I personally find these warning messages annoying, and I show you how to turn them off in my blank database template video and the suppress warnings video. I show you how to turn these messages off. I find them annoying, especially when you're running a bunch of them in a row, because a lot of times with action queries, you'll do an append and then a delete and then a make table all in the same batch. And you got to keep clicking OK, 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 or yes, yes, yes. All right, so watch this video if you want to learn how to turn that stuff off. Okay, but after you run your append query, open up the customer table, and there's your extra records. Look at that, right? 7 through 11 are those guys. There's the new ones, right? There's sheet 1, double check, make sure, right? Julian through Bill. Okay. Now, one thing you will have to do is look for duplicates. Now, if you have a field that is unique, like if you're pulling in some kind of other customer ID, or like I like to make email address index no duplicates, right? You can see right here, there's Will Riker was already in the database, but Bill Riker was just added. So if this is indexed no duplicates, then that'll prevent that problem. You can index any field that you want to be unique. If you want to learn more about indexing, go watch this video. See, I got a video for everything. All right, but for example, let's delete those new records that came in. Delete. Okay. And let's index customer T email address. So let's go into customer T, design view, email, and we're going to set indexed to yes, no duplicates. I don't want two customers to have the same email address. Okay. Save it, close it, and let's run our customer append query again. Okay, now I get this error message. Well, it's more of a warning, really. It says Tech Help Free Template can't append all of the records in the append query. It says it didn't add one record due to key violations. Key violations means you got an indexed field, no duplicates, and you're trying to add a duplicate record. Okay? If you want to go ahead and run it anyways, say yes. Now, what will happen is the query runs, but if you open this up, you'll see there is no Bill Riker on the bottom there because email is now index no duplicate, so it won't import a duplicate record. And this is the point where everybody mentions, well, what happens about auto numbers 7 through 11 in there? How do I get those back? Don't worry about those. Those are not for you. Only Access needs to care about what these auto numbers are, unless you got to match them up with some other table, okay, which generally isn't the case. Okay, auto numbers are not for you. Don't worry about what the actual numbers are. They could be random numbers for all you care. Now, you may have to do some data scrubbing if you got like phone number in here, and sometimes you have to remove like hyphens or parentheses. There's all kinds of things you can do to check for duplicate records. Now, if you want to learn more about append queries and action queries in general, I cover a lot more about them in my expert level 14 class. There's append queries. We'll build the student attendance table where you have a list of all the students in the class. You click one button, and it brings all of the student names into the attendance table every day. So you can get the list of students, and then it drops them right in. So you don't have to keep manually typing those in. And then in expert level 22, we do even more with append queries. We do this thing called the update vendor price sheet changes. Okay, so this is where we get a pricing spreadsheet, just like the example we did today, from our vendor. Okay, let's say we're selling computer parts. We'll import the price data. We'll run an update query to change any products that are already in the database. We'll update them to the new price, right? And then we'll run an append query to add any new products that the vendor added to their catalog. So that's a combination there. And again, that's covered in Access Expert Level 22. I'll put links to both of these classes down below. If you want to learn more about action queries in general, I've got a 5-class series that covers everything you want to know about them. It's over 8 hours of lessons just on queries, mostly update queries, append queries, delete queries, make table queries. tons of different examples. I even go over some things that aren't action queries, like union queries, that's putting two tables together, crosstab queries, basically like pivot tables in Excel. So my Microsoft Expert 13 through 17 classes. I'll put a link below that you can click on to find out more information. How do you become a member? Click on the Join button below the video. After you click the Join button, you'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks. Silver members and up will get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class each month, and more. Gold members get access to download all of the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus my code vault, where I keep tons of different functions that I use. You'll also get a higher priority if you decide to submit any tech help questions to me, and you'll get one free expert class each month after you finish the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks, plus even higher priority for tech help questions, access to all of my full beginner courses for every subject, and one free developer class each month after you finish the expert classes. These are the full-length courses found on my website, not just for Access too. I also teach Word, Excel, Visual Basic, and lots more. You can now become a Diamond sponsor and have your name or company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown in each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. But don't worry, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and click on the bell icon to select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Make sure you click the Show More link down below the video to find additional resources and links. You'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a video, click on the link to join my mailing list. Even if you don't want to become a member, feel free to donate to my tip jar. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got puppies to feed. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access. It's over 4 hours long, and I just updated it for 2021. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll include a link below that you can click on. And also, if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. Yep, that's all, $1, and it's free for all members of my YouTube channel at any level, even supporters. Want to have your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page on my website. You can send me your question there. While you're on my site, feel free to stop by the Access Forum. Lots of good conversations happening there. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course, YouTube. Once again, my name is Richard Ross. Thank you for watching this tech help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something today. I'll see you again soon.